Greetings, welcome back to Pink Oddbird. Today I'm here to share a fun junk journal with you, so let's go ahead and take a look. So if you might remember, this is my slashed fabric that I did not too long ago. I'll link the video for how I made this cover down below if you're interested in that. But I told you that I was going to make this a journal cover, and here it is. So let's take a look at this book. I just have a piece of scrap fabric as the cover since the whole basis of this was scraps. I thought that was pretty fitting. On the spine, I just sewed little buttons on there. I think that looks really cute. So for the premise of this book, I didn't want it to have like a set theme. So what I did was I just pulled out some supplies and I set them all out in front of me, and whatever I kind of just grabbed, I glued it down in the book. Just a fun little casual book where I just was like, you know what, this is going to be just something that's fun and calming. So I think that's something that you should all try as well, because a lot of times I think we get caught up in how something should look, and should I put this here, or does this look okay, or what do I do next? So this takes all of the thinking out of it when you just pick something up and stick it down. So if you guys want, maybe we can do a little series on that and do it together, so that way it's kind of a more casual way of building a book. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about that. I have to say that it was a little bit of a challenge for me at first, because I'm so I like everything to kind of match and be cohesive. So this was something that was getting outside of the box for me as well. So all right, so to get started, as you can see, there's lots of just collages. The book is pretty large. I think it's over 9 inches tall. So I had a lot of real estate to work with here. So I just made pockets, and I put journaling cards in here, and I just used random bits from a lot of friends. I also used a lot of supplies from the Papered Soul. So here, there's a little pocket in here. She can put something in there. And this book is going to be given as a gift as well. I put some blank tags in here. A little bit of stamping. Some washi. And there's a little journaling spot down here. So here, this was a collage that I just did. There's a doily. There's one of those stamped images from the Papered Soul. And then I just covered this side with some craft paper to make it a little journaling card. There's some watercolor paper in here, so I'm hoping that maybe she'll either do some watercoloring or some fun things with like her distress inks and sprays, stuff like that. So that's some creative freedom space. So there's one tuck spot that I put here, and then back here is another pocket where I just stuck a little tag in here, and then some stamping and just collaging. It's hard to explain when I do collages because it's a lot going on the page, but I think you can kind of see what I'm doing. I glued some fabric on here. I didn't do any sewing in this book, which was a nice little change. And even this paper was something that tore when I was copy staining it, but it still works in here because you can still write on it. So don't throw away like little pieces like that just because they're torn. Some coffee stained paper here, just a little collage. So here, I love this collage. I did like doily, coffee paper, book page, just layered on some things, drew some lines, and stuck on a little metal tag here. So here, I just made these tags pockets and stuck some little journaling cards in those. Another piece of watercolor paper here. So here, this one is another pocket, and it's also got a little tuck spot here. And then back here, I have a large tag. So I glued some paper down here, and I just stamped on the background, added some washi, some wrapping paper, and then inside of it is a journaling card. And then here is a little pocket with a tag as well. So here I glued down a napkin. I just made a little pocket tuck spot down here, put a little washi, and then 2 little tags. Little fabric tab here. So here I just made this little journaling card flip up so it can be written on. And then there's more writing space on the page, but I did just glue some more punch outs down the negatives, and as you can see, like, there's no rhyme or reason to that, but I love the way it looks. So some fabric washi here, and I made a little tuck spot here behind that, and then I just randomly glued on some pieces of fabric. Again, no rhyme or reason. And then this can flip up. She can gesso in here, maybe gesso over this, and journal here. More watercolor paper. So here I just randomly, I put some glue down and slapped some trim on there, and I love the way that looks. Like, it's probably something that you would never think to do unless you're just like, I need to put something here, what do? I don't know. Here, let me grab this. Oh, let's glue it here. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fun way to create, I think. So here, this envelope, she can do some journaling on here, and I stamped there, and then on the inside is a tag. So some of the papers, I kind of crinkled them up a little bit. You can see the texture there, but I think that gives it a little bit of interest. And then obviously she can do some writing, and then I used some cool stamps that I had been gifted by Priscilla, but I thought that little bear was so cute. A little index card. Some craft paper, some gift wrapping paper. If you have gift wrapping paper, it's a great way to just use it as a background in your collage. So here I had some tea. So I saved the little tea bag and I put a little tag in there, some washi, and then coffee stained paper. And then these are some pretty neat transfers. So over here I did some stamping. There's a book page back here, and then I just wrote down that it's a spotted sandpiper. And then inside of the envelope there is a little journaling card. So that's the first signature. So for the second signature, I did do most of this on Instagram Live. And so thank you to those who joined me while I was creating this signature. So again, these are all scrappy little cutoffs, and I just glued them down. I love the way that looks. It would make a nice background for, like, if you put a picture here, that would be pretty. And there's space for journaling still. So here I just kind of glued 2 laces together. I put a little strip of washi there, and there's a tuck spot here, and you can do some writing here. Awkward family photos from Shayna, and it's a postcard, so you could journaling, pictures, whatever. More writing space, a little fabric collage. So this is a little double tuck spot, and I put some fabric washi here. Another little collage with a tag in the background. There's some fabric, and then here we have a little tuck pocket, and you can still even do some writing here if you want. So this is a piece of a quilt, and it's just a pocket, so there's a journaling card behind it. So here, this is a piece of bias tape, and then I just opened that up and stamped this little carrot, and then have the little fork and knife, but it's a pretty little collage. So here I just glued some ribbon down, added some washi, and a journaling spot. I love this whole little, I love the color scheme of this whole little page. So back here we have 2 little journaling cards. It says be thankful here, and then I just did another little craft paper collage with some fabric down here, and this is just another collage as well, fabric, and then you can do some writing on top of that if you want. So I was thinking journaling can be done here, but you can also journal here or add a photo. It's a little tuck spot with some coffee stained paper. Just did a little stamping on that one. So a couple more tags here. And I love this paper so much. But you can also do some journaling there, and I added this little filigree. I just glued a little tag there, and here inside of this pocket I put 2 little tags in here. I love this page. So there's some fabric here, and then we have the little lady, and she's holding the leaf, and then there's a tuck spot here, and then this little piece flips up for more writing. Oh, and I stamped a little snail there. Coffee paper that I just put over the text, and then I just added stitching with the pen. So here, this is all fabric scraps on this page, and then some flowers, and I found this little muslin bag, and it's got a little raccoon guy in there. And on this side, another one of those double like stacked pockets, so here and here. I also wrinkled this for texture, do some writing, and I did some stamping. Oh, and I was upset because I realized too late that I did that on the watercolor paper, so that's okay. She still has the other side to work with. So I glued some paper over this book page and made a pocket. There is a little tuck spot here. I added some duct tape because this paper was starting to like break. So a piece that I tore off of that paper pack, and then in here just some coffee stained paper. And I put a bag back here, so if she wants, she can add some things in there. Oh, there's my stamp. And that is it. So I love this journal so much. It turned out, I think we should do more like this. Like the carefree style of creating this was so much fun, and I was able to actually use some things that I got in Happy Mail in a carefree way. That is going to wrap it up for me for now. Be sure to stay tuned because you never know what direction this odd flock of ours is heading into. And until next time, toodaloo.